new software that I'm actually broadcasting to quite a lot of places at the same time. So Raphael here from High Profile. So the queen was the cover of a High Profile magazine. That's why she is behind me, for branding, obviously. Let me see. Happening. Yeah. So hello everyone. I can going also to see if I am on my LinkedIn. So let's see if it's broadcasting on LinkedIn as well. Apparently, it does allow me to broadcast on LinkedIn. And I'm going to be talking about is actually LinkedIn. So I want to share with you guys a little bit because LinkedIn, especially you are trying to more sales or you're trying to engage with more people at the moment, is very, very important for us to be engaging more, what we do. I'm going to take a look on Facebook just to make sure that. So you need to make sure you are showing the best of you professionally. The key thing there is that a lot of people don't know how important it is to have there. So a good if you are going in for sure, okay, which online more online in the page as well, and I think it's only broader groups. So if you're watching me right now, let me just go back here. Sorry guys, I haven't gone straight into the subject yet, but I promise I will. With this new Facebook look, I just want to make sure it's broadcasting. So do you have any questions before we go straight into this? I can see that about 5 people there. So can you all hear me well? Just put a thumbs up if you can hear me really well, please. I just put a comment there. I can see a few people. I just want to make sure that it is working as it's talking about LinkedIn. So I'm going to be talking about 4 things. I'm going to share my screen as well to show you, make sure that your LinkedIn works really well. So number 1 is picture. Do you have a shot? Do you have a really good photo of you on your LinkedIn? Because obviously this is first things. So images are very important. You can take photos with your phone, okay, that are really good pictures that you own, but you need to make sure that it's taking that at least a meter away. And with the iPhone, with the new one, you can actually blur the background. They make images really good. So let me go on my LinkedIn and actually show you photos that you should be, okay. So this picture that I have right now on my LinkedIn, it was taken with a phone. It was professionally done, but you can see that I blur the background. So okay, thank you, Donica, you can hear much. So I shared there my LinkedIn, so you can see what a good picture looks like. Okay, it's really important that you guys do that, invest. Okay, so number 2 is another thing that people also underestimate, which is after your name, okay, what description you are going to add. Because when you receive an invitation from someone on LinkedIn, okay, the number one thing that they look is to see a photo and then your name, and then just below your name, what you do. So for example, I have a description there, that I'm the CEO of High Profile Club. Obviously, not everyone knows High Profile Club yet. So I added a few things. So I'm a TED speaker, Sunday Times list. So what I'm adding there, what I'm giving, people can see what I'm like. And obviously they can see I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, so it's important, and why I'm connecting with people. So make sure that you show on that headline what you are about straight away, okay? Because that's what people are going to read once you send them a connection, for example. It takes a few seconds for people to decide if they are going to click or not, okay? And that is all defined by the quality of your photo, your name, I don't know, depending on the kind of name, so people may not want to connect with you. And the other one is that sentence that goes just name, okay? That is super important. I can't emphasize how important that is. So what happens then is that you should be looking into creating your bio, okay? So that description there, I think is the about page, right? So it's like a summary or description. So what you do is make sure there is a story, okay? It's very important, not just a description. It's not a report. It's very boring if people just read bullet points and, it makes, because what people like is stories. So write a little bit of stories about your life, make a little fun if this is your personality, okay? Some people don't want any fun. Some people just want, the serious, the hardcore, for example, and it's fine as long as you make sure that the story is there and people can relate to it, okay? So it's really, really important. So I'm just looking now here. So it says that it's sending data to our YouTube and to other channels as well. So let's see if that is the case. So looking at the story, so what did I do here is started with mine. I say I turn owls into peacocks, okay? So then people normally read and they go, what is this all about? When I connect with people on LinkedIn, sometimes they say, option is, okay, I put emojis. So it's all down to you how you want to present that photo. Make sure that the more creative and the more of a story that is out there, the more people are going to watch you, okay? So this is really important. So let me see if I have any questions. So the 4 things we talked about so far is the importance of your photo, obviously your name, the description that goes below your name, okay? If you are a salesperson, unfortunately, not everyone likes talking to salespeople. So be a little bit more creative in the way that you describe that, even though you are a salesperson. Everybody needs to be making sales, because especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're running your business, but nobody likes being sold to. So there is a psychology there behind it, okay? So make sure that you describe yourself in a way that is interesting for those who will be receiving your invitation to connect, okay? Let me just go back here to see if anyone has any questions. So let me see. I have my niece watching. So hello, Megan. Okay, so Donica, I can see that you're watching as well. So if you guys have any questions, so I'm going to put here my description. Okay, so if you have a question related to your LinkedIn, let me know. So what I will do now is I will share my screen with you, let me see. I think I can. This is really good. Okay, so let me see if you can see my LinkedIn right now. So let me go back now to the screen where I was before. I'm just waiting to see if the screen changes to LinkedIn because I want to be, yeah, brilliant. So it does show LinkedIn. So what I want to show you, okay, it's a few things that you can do. So as I was talking about before, the photo is important. Now, the thing that you should to show a little bit more about you as well is here. You can see I'm moving. It is the banner, okay? The banner that you add at the top is very important because it gives you the opportunity to show a little bit more about your profile. So TED Talks, obviously I gave a TED Talk, so that means I am showing there that obviously is a very proud thing to do. If you give a TED Talk, I was invited to give one. Make sure that you show a little bit more about your profile, maybe about your work. I don't know if, some people put contact details or download my free this or free that. So make sure you add there, because also if people they haven't seen much about you yet, this is a great opportunity for you to show a little bit more, okay, how that works. So it's a few seconds for someone to read your name. So what I added there is if you want to add some initials after your name, so to give you credibility. That's the key thing, is to give you credibility, okay? Then one thing that I added, so people know that I'm Brazilian, so there is a flag there into my the summary or the story, right? So where you describe yourself a little bit more. I made a funny blog post that I highly recommend you guys to read, okay, where I go into more detail on this. And let me show you, because as I'm sharing this screen, I'm going to go into the high profile website, and on creations, I will show you the blog. And it has been very well received. Some people got in contact, because one of the things that we do at High Profile, so we make sure that we help you. So I'm going to click here, and you are able to see, okay, so for example, when I start talking about images. So there is a very fun thing running, it was on the internet, where Dolly Parton, for example, she talks about photos and how you use different photos for different social medias. So you have a LinkedIn, so you have her there looking all formal, and you have a Facebook, which is a little bit more fun and more relaxed. And Instagram is all about the pose, and obviously because she's a singer. And then she talks about Tinder, which is quite funny that she added that picture there. So, and then I go into detail, talk about the photos, okay, so you can read, you can see what is all there. There is examples of good and bad pictures, okay, and also what is the size of the image, okay, that you can use there. I talk about the banners, and I get some good examples like Carol and Lara, okay. I then go into bad example, adding anything. This is actually a real profile. I'm not going to add the profile here, but I found this and I thought it was quite extraordinary. And then the size of the image that you can use on your LinkedIn, okay, so it's important as well. So I talk about headlines, which is the one that I sent you. I give you some really good examples, okay, and how to write your summary, and including a really bad summary like this, okay. So I'm an accountant for 10 years, and I suppose this is the reaction that you get, right? So, so what I did there, I then found Shashir, who has fantastic description there, okay, and what he does, and the description continues. What makes a summary successful? I have the whole description there, so you can go through. And also, one thing that we do now is we also help you with your profile. So we helped, for example, Dr. Dave Richards. So if you want to take a look on his LinkedIn, we helped him to improve the description, and we also worked on getting him some more connections. So with Dr. Dave, the results, and he is very happy to share that as well. So he's one that is sharing more. Okay, so he has great posts. After making, we send 1,000 invitations. Okay, so we can help you with that, and we can help you automate that too. You get the response rate. Okay, so how many connections he had in about 4 weeks. Okay, out of that, he had 28 phone calls. Okay, and he actually made sales, which is amazing. Okay, so how do you do that? Okay, so here are some options. This is what you can expect if you work with us on helping you to build your LinkedIn. Okay, so in 30 days, I would say this is work for 30 days. So, you get 1,000 connections. In 30 days, you may get up to 20 phone calls. And the only thing that we can guarantee is actually how many clients you get, because it really depends on you to make those sales. Okay. So I recommend you to take a look at the post here as well, so you can see what this post is all about. Okay, so I'm adding there as a comment. And then if you like it, you can comment on it, see how it goes. Okay, let me stop sharing my screen now so it can come back to me. I'm back on screen. Okay, so this is a quick video to teach you how LinkedIn, make sure that you really need to get it right, because it's the base that will, in a few seconds, someone will decide if they want to speak to you or not. Okay, and what we can do is help you improve all that and make sure that you send those 1,000 invitations in the first week, and after that we also help you make a lot of that, including for people to book with you. And all of this is around messaging. So what is the right message that you want to send to people and to book calls with you? All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. So here is my webinar about LinkedIn profile and what you do to improve it. And if you do need help, please come back to me and we'll help you improve and make sales via LinkedIn. Okay, speak to you all. Bye-bye.